Hi everyone, this is Masterpiece Convoy back with my review on the Transformers Generations Voyager Class Springer Part 3. The first thing that I really have to say is that Springer's robot mode just looks amazing, especially with it being another updated G1 Springer in his robot mode. And speaking of G1 Springer, he does look a lot like G1 Springer when the yellow pieces are down, but you can also pull the yellow pieces up. Angle them back, and you get the Last Stand of the Wreckers vibe going on. So basically, that's where this version of Springer was based on from. It was based on from the Transformers IDW's Nick Roche Last Stand of the Wreckers. So let's take a closer look at the Transformers IDW's Nick Roche Last Stand of the Wreckers comic book that he was in, and again, it just looks outstanding all around, especially with all the molding and details that Springer has all over him. Now for articulation, his head's on a ball joint, so it can move up, down. You can use the hinge to have him look into his chest, side to side, and rotate 360. The shoulders is on a ball joint, so they can move all around, side to side. The elbows can bend on a clickety ratchet joint. And rotate 360. The wrist is on a mushroom peg, so it can rotate 360. The waist can move side to side a bit. The legs can move forward, back a bit, side to side, and rotate 360. The knees can bend on a clickety ratchet joint, and the feet can only move down. Since he is a wrecker, you can have him wreck and roll with him holding energon weapons. A Construct Bot's weapon. And with his own gun and sword. As a wrecker should. Plus you can combine his weapons into a bayonet weapon. There are two ways you can do the bayonet weapon. One, you can plug the sword on top of the gun, which has a notch cut out for the handle. 2, you can plug the sword underneath the gun. And if you have an extra sword, you can totally do a double bayonet weapon if you so choose. Plus, there's storage for the weapons. You can store the weapons together, or separately. Now, there are ways that you can totally customize Springer's weapons. For the gun, you can use Downship's guns and plug them into Springer's gun, so you can add extra firepower to Springer's gun. Or if you like, you can use the Ultra Magnus beeped up gun. To give Springer's gun additional firepower. Now that's what I call a Last Stand of the Wrecker going out in a blaze of glory. As for the sword, you can put it in its propeller mode. Bring Springer's arms up. Rotate the hands. And you can have Springer flying around in a flying pose if you want your Springer doing that. Or if you like, you can use Doomluck's gun. And turn it into a spinning sword shield thingy if you so choose. Now for comparison, here he is next to the other Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Springer, and you can see the retooled head and the extra sword weapon. Now, at the time when the Transformers Generations toy line was first introduced, Hasbro gave us the Deluxe Class Springer, which was just the Tomahawk mold. But now, Hasbro gave us a Voyager Class Springer. I'm gonna say it, folks, the Voyager Class Springer wins, hands down, because the Voyager Class Springer feels a lot like a G1 Springer toy. Now, don't get me wrong, the Deluxe Class Springer is a pretty good Springer toy, but it doesn't have the G1 Springer feeling, whereas the Voyager Class Springer has that G1 Springer feeling. Which is why the Voyager Class Springer is a far better Springer toy. But yeah, all in all, I give Springer's roll-up mode an out of this world 10 out of 10 because it's another perfect, well-done, updated G1 Springer in his robot mode, and I would strongly recommend on getting him because of all the triple changers like Blitzwing, Double Dealer, and Sandstorm. Springer is the best one of them all. Also, there's a Dakara's version of the Voyager Class Springer, as well as a Cloud Rodimus Prime, which was just a repaint of the Voyager Class Springer. Well, that would more or less complete my review on the Transformers Generations Voyager Class Springer. This is Masterbase Convoy signing off.